I need to do that pronto. Good morning, Donnell. Yeah, it's a slow Monday. I was looking at the scans. I was like, I don't know, man. But I think we know why. So many people transitioning over to TD, and I was actually having. I need to see. With my TD, my funds aren't over here yet, but they are still in my Street Smart Edge. So I see my funds over here, and I was wondering, do I need to still trade with this today? So I'm probably gonna do a test one, a little test order to see during intraday if it can get filled over here if this thing's still connected. Um, because I don't know which one to trade with. I do not know. But I don't want what I don't want to do is trade over here in this these weird it's got a bunch of weird accounts here. Um and I selected through all of them and none of them have my funds over here. So it's just I called them this morning as well, but they said that they had heavy hold, I mean not heavy, long hold times and heavy call volume. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait. This is the first day of their transition. I don't expect it to be perfect, but I do not want to get into a trade and things go left and I don't have any control. So just seeing what they want to do. I would hate to take a trade and they'd be like, oh no, we were transitioning your account. We lost that trade, but you're still in it though. We'll find it. Then I have to fight. Have to fight them. Good morning, Mike D. Mike D, I'm trying to make this transition over here to TOS, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna do a test trade. I want to do a test trade in Street Smart Edge again because this is where my funds are showing up. But I'm scared to do one over here because I don't want to get into margin or anything like that over here already starting off. I know some of these accounts look like margin accounts, but I don't know. Oh, Street Smart Edge does. Okay. Hey, well I guess we'll be. Oops. I guess we'll be. If we're gonna take any trades, we'll be in Street Smart Edge then. For now. I was just scared too because I didn't want to, get a trade or get a order that feels and maybe it gets lost or something like that, and I'm still in it. I don't know, but yeah, if we have to continue to use this one, so be it. I still have all my other charts. Got my scanners over here. Um, you know, I've been just watching different things. It hadn't been too much really moving. This what SLS doesn't look too appetizing. What 11% up, and I got my daily chart and my hour chart over here. So monthly, weekly, daily, hour, 15. That's all I need. But yeah, I kind of figured it was gonna be like this morning with so many new people coming in. I mean, I don't know. And plus the spy, let's look at the spy and see what it's over here doing. So the spy is still continuing to the end of it. Continuing to come up here right below the 440s. Still very bullish after last week, man. Last week was crazy movement upwards. I really liked last week, or my accounts like last week. Look at this thing, just been gapping. Gap here, all the way. And it looks like we're going to be running into a little bit of resistance around this 437 on the daily chart. We jump over here to the monthly chart, pretty much looks the same, coming up there to that 437 mark. RexCon says, my Thinkorswim had 3-hour update on Saturday. I thought something was wrong at first, but the install update worked just fine. Yeah. What? Wait a minute. What does this mean? EXTO eligible. This instrument is available to buy and sell 24/5. Okay. Well, I guess it's because this is a spy. Let me go to something else. Okay, this doesn't have it. This is oil. Taking a nice little yank back down there again off those 82s. Natural gas. Yeah. And when I switch my accounts, all I see is like manage your working field orders and stuff like that. But I think they're going to get it straightened out because I know that that complaints are coming in for people that are switching over, especially the people that didn't get a chance to download Street Smart Edge because Street Smart Edge download was removed from the from Charles Schwab's site. So if they don't have access to this, they just can't trade right now. Also, Donnell, is your Thinkorswim? I know you've been trading on Thinkorswim. Is it working like it should, or what? Working fine. Okay. Well, somebody's thinking Swim is working, so we'll see. Now, did you have to when you go to Schwab and all that, you sign in with your old Thinkorswim password, or did you have to create a new Schwab login and password? Because if that's the case, I might have to sign into uh my old Thinkorswim and see if it actually got this update. Let's see. I think I can sign in to two of them at a time. Let's see. Let's see. TOS? Man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just or maybe they just haven't disconnected Schwab users, people that have been on Street Smart Edge yet. That may be it. Let me go back to TD Ameritrade and save and restart. Installing updates. Let's log in. Oh. Okay, so it did not allow me to log into my old one when I switched back over to Street Smart, or not Street Smart, when I switched back over to my old account. It says log in to Thinkorswim. What if I use my old password, account and password on the new setup? That's my question. We got about 15 minutes to the bell. Like Donnell said, it's a little bit slower morning. Usually we're used to seeing like at least a couple of high volume movers, even if they're super cheap. But I do still want to look for range. Let me go and switch out this login for this one. Username, password. Now, if this works, that'll be crazy. Okay, yep, it did not work. Good. I was about to say it should not work. Okay. So maybe I'm being punished because I was already at a Schwab. That may be what it is. All right. Well, I am a glutton for punishment, I guess. Anyway, how was y'all's week last week? Y'all came out nice and shiny. You know, it was really bullish last week, so guessing if you were shorting, you might not have been on the good side of the table, but you're long. A lot of green out there. Good morning, Lori. Or Lee only trades ALDX last week. Okay. Where is that sitting now? ALDX. ALDX making its way. Had a little bit of sell off. Held that little $2 and right here at the 220s today. Mm-hmm. 15 minutes to the bell. Nah, it's all you, Lori. You're the mastermind behind your trade. All right. Probably gonna do a test trade, but if I do this test trade, it's gonna mess up my win-loss ratio if I don't win on it. So I gotta win on the test trade. Problem is, what do I win on this morning? Anyway, let me look over my I guess syllabus. These are all of my little notes that I've taken over the trading analysis. Oh, this weekend. So this weekend, since I thought that I was going to be having a trade on TOS today, I went and back tested every single trade since January 1st on TOS. I wanted to see how the candles look. I wanted to see how the different things look because they are different than Street Smart Edge. Street Smart Edge closes every hour on the 30 minutes. And so it kind of looks different, the entries. But yeah, it still works. Like they enter the same levels that I would have bought on Street Smart Edge, same levels. The levels don't change. So the trades still work. But anyway, things that I've learned from trading small caps: always close your positions out if you're going to be day trading. 100%. Um, Stocks under 5 years of history. Just on the back testing that I looked at yesterday, I went through all of the losers and I went through all of the wins. And I do know that on some of those, I definitely got paid for being stupid. Definitely. Even on one of the one, I'm like, what caused me to take this trade? And I just couldn't even calculate what caused me to take some of those trades earlier this year. But some of them I made money, some of them I didn't. And I just want to get something. I want to get a system that is repeatable, you know. But for the time that I've been using this system, all of these trades have been repeatable. Like if I go back in the simulator, go back to that date, go back to that time, it will be the same entry every single time. It wouldn't change. Um, oh yeah, strategies, entries that I like. I'm looking for historical support. And that's why I need something with a little bit of history. Um, those are like the number one. Number two is exhaustive moves to the downside. Now, I guess if you're shorting, I guess you could look for exhaustive moves to the upside. And also number three, those double bottoms. Oh, those double bottoms have been lovely. But they do take a little bit of time during the day to develop. Sometimes they'll do one bottom real kind of soft and kind of laid around, and then they'll go back, make that second one, and you got a big W. Um, some of the things that I look for, I'm looking for those small caps. Percent gain, like over 3% is really okay for me. Volume, minimum volume, a million range. I do not want anything giving me less than 20 cents in the ATR, and I should put ATR on here. Um, but I would like it to be even higher than that before I actually take the entry. But I like to start seeing them around this range. If they're giving an easy little, 5, 6, 10 cents, um, you know, that's okay for viewing. Another one, number one, I am impatient and need to trust the system. That one was, I put that in there for a while back. I just could not hold. I wasn't used to just letting it play out. It'll be shaking me out. I get jittery, and things just go left. My trades that usually meet my criteria usually go further than anticipated, which that happens a lot. When I was trading PI, I got my little gain that I wanted of 30 cents, and then it continued up to 80 cents and even to $1. So, I just sometimes I need to just be taking a little bit off when I reach my goal, and let a little play, because usually it keeps going. And a lot of times, if I get all out at my goal, I'm like, well, I got 30 cents, but now it's up $2.24. Left a lot on the table. Let's see. I'm already buying low, so just need to wait for resolution. If my stop is not hit, I need to wait for consolidation before I'm moving my stops up. That was a big problem with just getting stopped out, moving that stop up too quick, just being so quick on the move and not really waiting on any short-term consolidation for a higher move or for confirmation that, okay, this is the end of this move. Looking for, okay, that was repeat from what it was in there earlier, 3% or higher. Tradable volume. Our vol definitely needs some pretty high relative volume, but we pretty much see high relative volume on most of the things that we trade anyway. But 3 deviations is pretty good. Factors, catalysts that can draw day traders, IPO news, reverse stock splits, medical pharma, all of that type stuff. And these are just notes that I've taken just looking at my analytics and what works for me, what doesn't, and when did the market pay me for being stupid is what I like to identify, because on those I'm like, okay, that had no idea behind it. I just got in and it paid me. And that's a horrible feeling, because you need to identify why you're losing, and if you are winning, did it meet your system? Is your system the reason you're winning, or were you just like lucky? You know, did you get paid for being stupid? But anyway, enough of that. Let's jump back over here. Let's read some of this. Mike D said was good. PLTR increased my account balance. Oh yeah, I saw that one a couple of days in a row. PLTR. Yes. This one's already been on a nice little uptrend. I don't know if you're long term holding this or if this was a day trade, but it's definitely been trending up strong, strong off that 15 minute, or not 15 minute, $15. If we look over here on the monthly chart, um, see a nice, just holding a nice little uptrend. Now, again, I kind of use trends just to visualize. I don't really trust the trend. I don't know if this is gonna hold or whatever, but I just use it to visualize, the angle of the uptrend. But let's see, up here 28, and then it also has a level right here at $20 that it may go up and test. But looks very good on that uptrend. We'll see. Either it's gonna break this, maybe it may touch this, make a little double top and consolidate a little bit, and then break this towards the towards the 25s. But nice trend. Looking out here on the weekly chart, pretty much the same thing. Definitely has a level here at the 13s that is a solid level. So you got a little range you can kind of play there if you wanted to. Okay, it's 7 minutes until the bell. Easy money on PLTR, obvious buy sell range. Yep. So we like obvious sitting out there just wanting to pay us. Like, please get in here so I can pay you. And then over here on the daily chart, it looks even better in this range. Had a nice gap up. I mean, from 14, I didn't even see this gap on the higher time frames, but I see it now. Huge gap from 14 up here to 90 something. So very nice. And that's why we like to work our way down the time frames, get those original levels back here on the monthly, this little range, and then you walk your way down, get all the way down here to the daily. You see a little bit more intricate play here. And this level is very significant, this gap right here though. But we'll see what happens around this 19. All right. One life, one life. Oh, I didn't even see that was you, One Life. Oh man. The prince is in the building. So everybody take your hats off. Take these off. No, I'm kidding. All right. So I don't know. Monday we're just gonna be kind of seeing what happens. Mike D says I have a debit call spread on PLTR for March 2024. Let me see, January, March. Yeah, March 2024. Debit call spread. Definitely know what a call spread is, but debit call spread, I'm lost. I'm lost. Got about 4 minutes to the bell. For 10 a.m. Okay. Okay, I got 2 meetings today. Okay, cool. Man. Do we have any movers over 20%? I guess I won't see until the open of the day. It's gonna be a weird open too, because it's a lot of indecision seems like out here. No real direction of attack, especially in small caps. It actually feels like a Friday. Some of the Fridays that we come to with absolutely nothing happening. But I guess the way that they're doing this whole transition is a little bit smart because they're letting people, it's not really bothering Street Smart Edge folks that much to let us just stay on this system as they move TOS over. And I think what they're going to do is just send out an update to Street Smart Edge. This is just going to shut everything down after they're actually done with the transition, fully done with it. I already knew it wasn't going to be perfect though, and nothing comes out perfect. All right, there's the open. Let's see what pops up on the scans. We got the top volume mover looking out there for us. Now we'll do this by percent gain. Tesla looking to have a green month. Now, one of my dividend stocks is actually directly correlated with Tesla. It is TSLY, and they pay a mighty good dividend. They pay 57 cents per share, and the price of the stock is intriguing as well. TSLY. Price of the stock right now is $12.27. Now, of course, I've been buying all around, all of this dip everywhere. And when Tesla rips, it goes up and it still pays a pretty high dividend. It is a high dividend yield type stock. So, you know, you get 100 shares, you're getting 57 bucks a month. Oh, it pays monthly dividends. That's the other thing. So pretty high yield there. As long as Tesla doesn't die, we are good to go. But if it does die, it's like, oh well. Probably still continue to hold, get that dividend as I'm holding, buy some lower prices. SLS, it's only a 4%. Not really interested in that. Has a little bit higher float. Does it have any news on the day? Ugh, that does not look good at all. Celis Life Sciences presents immunobiological and clinical data for phase 1/2 trial of gynecologic cancer. Gynecologic cancer. Does not really look that great on the daily chart. Has been fighting a downtrend right at the $1. Just can we please get some life on the day? If you're seeing anything else, definitely call it out. Now it is going to have a little bit of a range to get on my scanners because I'm picky. Picky. SPX. Okay, let's go ahead and switch this to top volume movers. We'll see if anything comes up. No top gainers at all. Or at least no top gainers with over 1 million shares traded, right? We got OGI popping up. OGI, let's go look at that. Just getting that ATR of 10 cents, 25% up on the day. We also have LUMN, but that is, wow, that may be a higher float there. We'll look that up real quick. LUMN. And yeah, looking like a bunch of cheaper stuff that is actually up right now. Right, BTA. OGI is a organogram. What? Organograms shares are trading higher after company announced a 124.6 million investment of BAT, which is basic attention token. So this is a crypto thing, and the creation of Jupiter strategic investment tool. So this is a crypto play. I don't know what it's going to want to do. Let's actually look on OGI's monthly chart. You can see they hit a high up here of like $8 and have had this downtrend here. On the weekly chart, let's see, first on the monthly chart, 172. Looks like it's got a little range in here on the monthly. We'll zoom in a little bit. $1 up to 170 something, and then a little top side up to the $2. Let's move on down to the weekly. Weekly, we have a gap up above 117, so about 40 cents away from that. Let's move over to the daily chart. And this is basically how I do it. I just put my levels on each level as I'm walking my way down and seeing if there's any spots like this right here, this 132 that was tested a couple of times right here on that daily chart. 1, 2, 3, and it is right above this. So we'll see what kind of action when it comes down here to 133 that it gets, if it gets down there. And then over on the hour chart, it's just kind of floating around all of these levels. But I do know past like $1 down here probably is a no-go. $1.10, something like that. That's a pretty big drop for it. Okay, so OGI there. Go to top gainers. Oops. OGI. And then LUMN. I think this one has a super high float, if I'm not mistaken. Statistics. Float, yeah, almost. Yeah, that's a huge float. Okay, so let's go to OGI. Statistics float is around 65.3 million, according to Yahoo. Yeah, 65 over here as well. Same. Okay, so 3 sources confirmed that this has about the same float. Let's see if it has any kind of shelf registrations on it. No shelf registrations that are standing out from 2021 all the way till now. Short interest, increase, decrease. So short interest, short percent float, 4.62%, which isn't a huge one. I mean, usually you want to see them like 10%, 15, 20%, 30% is crazy. The short's gonna probably get destroyed if it's going over 30% on the short percent float. Depending on the catalyst, they may have a legitimate reason to be sitting on it. But if it comes out with some good catalyst, it got a really high short percent float, and I'm using shortsqueeze.com for this information. But yeah, they're sitting on that thing heavy, and it comes out with some good news. Oh, what a day of reckoning. I'm gonna delete this one because I don't like it. All right, so we'll just watch OGI, seeing if anything else new pops up. Rivian is popping up here as well. That's one of Daniel being One Life's babies. Bank of America. So we're seeing this thing play around in here. I don't know which way it wants to test, but it looks like it's choosing to go downwards. I wouldn't say first because it may not do a return, but it's looking like it's choosing to go downwards as of now. Another one popping up, LICY, LICY. Let's look at the news on that one. So first we can see the monthly chart. It's coming up here green on the monthly, hit a little bottom down here of the 123. Has this red candle that it may or may not make that new high. We'll have to look at the news. But we see it had a little bit of a gap down in the past weeks, like what, 2 weeks ago. Little gap down, and it's testing the top side of this gap. Let's jump over here to the other side. LICY on the daily chart, right there testing that top side. So we'll see what it wants to do. This little gap right here on the hour chart from the 170 up here to the 196. I don't know if I trust this little lower time frame against the higher time frames, but we can see that it has a gap right here. So we'll see what it wants to do in there as well. Let me add these over here, LCY and OGI. One is up 27%, one is up 24%. But this one is up 15% since the open, so it may actually end up carrying over because more people see this thing green than OGI. So, and I think it's giving, yeah, it's definitely giving a bigger range than OGI. Looking over here at the ATR, it's 28 cents ATR, and OGI is still at 10 cents ATR, or average true range. Okay. Anything else want to pop up? Show me a little bit of love. Rivian going red very, very quickly. Already red on the week, I guess. Wait, let me move back this way. But no. It's looking like it's still, this week was definitely green. We'll see how far it gets down there, but not horrible. DraftKings, AMD, QQQ. Yeah, so pretty much the things that are moving over 3% so far is LUMN, LICY, and OGI. Anything below that isn't really giving any much range. If it's doing like 5 cents a range, it ain't even gonna pop up. Too small. NIO taking a little movement down. Okay, OGI also popped back up here. So OGI playing around these levels. Look over here on the daily chart, pulling back into indecision here. So which way is it going to choose? 174 or the 134? It's kind of like a 50-50 chance at this point. It's almost directly in the middle of both of these areas. We also got to keep an eye on LICY coming back down and visiting the $2 level. I didn't even, what was the news on LICY? LICY, I do not see what Lee Cycle says. Board adopts shareholder rights plan, blah, blah, blah. So no real news on today for LICY. OGI looking like it wants to play up a little bit. The top side was right under the 175s. And of course, we've already looked at the different levels on the different charts. I can't wait till I move over to TOS so those lines will just show up because I really don't feel like drawing them on this one. But I guess I will just for the sake of. It's one thing that I do like about TOS is it puts those lines on all charts. And I am extremely lazy. All right, so we got a line at $2 up here for some possible resistance. 175. Uh, 130s. Let's call that 125. And 120, but it's so close. I mean, whatever. If it wants to make a decision, it's going to have to make this decision here. But still looking like it's trying to give a little bit back, or not give a little bit back, but get back towards this 170 level if it can get some more buyers. Showing a little bit red now on the 15-minute. LICY coming down to $2 again. It didn't really have news on today, so I don't know how effective it's going to be on today. If we look over here on the RVOL, relative volume, we can see that OGI. So remember I was talking about the relative volume deviations. I want the relative volume, like over 3 is pretty much where I'm looking for. This one has 1.67 for LICY. Of course, it doesn't have news, so I don't expect it to have super high relative volume. But it is a cheaper stock, so some people will just get into it because they believe, and that's going to get them killed. But OGI relative volume 53. So 50 times what I usually look for. Definitely getting some rotation of shares in this thing. All right, OGI trying to figure out if it wants to stay green on a day. Continues to show red, go back green. Show green, go back red. So kind of just keeps on forming this indecision of what it wants to do on the day. All right, LICY under $2 now. I think we're watching the one that most folks are focused on though, OGI. Oh my goodness, is that Daniel B, bro? What's up, Daniel B? Daniel B comes in with the morning wake up call. He says, "What's up, retards?" Oh man, that's just so Daniel B. All right, Daniel B, we're out here, not really touching anything, seeing what's in the trash can for the day, what kind of scraps we can get off of the institutions, and the algorithms. But of course, we haven't reached your glory, sitting atop the trash can with a crown. LICY going on down. Where is our super guru Ben? Man, Ben's, I don't know. He's on a return voyage, but it's just taking him a while because he doesn't have a map. He's just on a voyage, so he'll be back at some point. He I talked to him. Let's see, man. He's everywhere, man. I was like, when you come back, man, it's different. Don't be it's not 2020, It's a slower thing with all of the trading. That's why I had to do this strategy or build this system that works in a slower, kind of more calculated environment where you really have to be like, okay, if I do take this loss on this, I need to have my risk managed and all of that because this opportunity may not come. Because like last month, I took what 4 trades in total, 6 trades in total, and they were all green, of course. But it's like, or yeah, yeah, last month, yeah, the month before I took like 6 and like 2 of them were red. But yeah, just working on a little strategy, just playing. What I've been focused on is range, not so much volume. Look for that range, and then try to see if people are coming into it, where the buyer is going to be at. Um, Pretty much just working my way down, looking at the monthly, weekly, down to the daily, down to the hour, and then the 15 minute. 15 minutes is really the lowest that I really need to go. Anything lower than that, just I'm a maniac, and the more ticks or the more candles that I see, the crazier I get. So I like to limit my craziness. You're trading 2 or 3 times a week. How are you finding that many trades? I don't even trade 2 or 3 times a week. No, I'm kidding. I yeah, that is about right though. I pretty much do like 2 trades a week because I just don't see what I'm looking for all the time. That's it. If I see it all the time, I definitely take it all the time. But you know, the frequency is lacking on these last couple of months. DB says he's 90% on swings. Man, I'm trying to get where you're at. You know, for the last couple of months, my percentage has been around like 70 something, right, like right at around 70. But I'm trying to I want to use this strategy and kind of stick with it for a while to see what it can give me over like maybe a 6 month period or even a year. Because I don't like to get on a strategy and then use it for like a month, 2 weeks, and it's just, and then go on to the next one. I want to get some good data from it. Some good data. Um, OGI playing around this 150. LICY has pretty much taken out the whole candle here, looking like it wants to give some red. Has given back and now it's only up 7% on the day, which is not good for it. So OGI is probably going to become the one that they kind of eagle eye onto and try to trade. It is a cheaper one, ATR of only 10 cents. So be ready for some smaller gains. I mean, you can take gains, but definitely don't be expecting no 30-cent rips. Um, keep your expectations low so you can take profit. But yeah, my last the trades that I have been taking, I'm really focused on the accuracy on them more than anything, and I'm aiming for trades that can pay me a lot. So like my last trade paid me, I had what 50 cents on 500 shares or something like that, and then I had the trade before that when I got like $2.24 on like, it was a higher price stock though. I really don't care about the price anymore. It's just where's the range, where's the volume. But it paid me $2 and 24 cents though on per share. I think I had 200 shares or something like that. So it was a pretty nice little trade there. 10 cents just don't feel good no more. It doesn't give me my dopamine kick that I need, right? All right, LICY all the way red on the day. I don't think that thing has any life in it. I don't know if any buyers are going to come back into that. Um, anything else over 20%? Nothing popping up on my small cap Rangers scanner. Nothing. Let me see. Sell my positions on Friday for Rivian, A Firm, U, and Roblox. Now I'm just waiting for new formation. It can take a few hours or days. And then yeah, One Life was in here earlier. He was talking about PLTR. All right, so OGI, give him some more motion to the downside. Let me flip back over to that one. I think this one's going to be pretty choppy on OGI. I don't know if it's going to actually dump, but it may play around with the hearts and minds of the people for a while. Previous monthly candle was right here at the 132s, but 132s is kind of a random level to buy. And it's already having a little bit of a downtrend. So just be careful. Got a couple of levels down here that have been identified if you're going to trade OGI. But it's still up 28%. So let me read some of the rest of this news though on OGI. Looks like it's continuing to come in. Market Watch organigrams. I don't know how to read. Um, receives the 124 million investment. Oh yeah, this is crypto. Stock soars pre-market as British American Tobacco invests 91.3 million um, into it. Plans to use most of the money to shop for deals to expand its geographical footprint. Okay, so cannabis and crypto. is what this thing is kind of inching ahead because of. It is a Canadian company. Eh, you know, they're doing their little thing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But they are also headed downwards for now. Very slow mover. I think tomorrow will be a little bit hotter. This is Monday. Most people have probably still trying to figure out what's going on with this whole market. What is the, I guess I don't know what sectors are going to be hot for this month just yet. We saw the SPY come back up, but is it going to be oil? Is it going to be biopharmaceuticals? What kind of news is going to come out? Actually, speaking of news, let's jump out here real quick. Okay, there's our boy. Ready to take on the world there. Gods of war. Dozens reportedly killed at Gaza refugee camp. War in Ukraine. All right. Unusual jellyfish spotted, whatever. All right. So nothing. Let's jump over here to IPOs and see if any IPOs are coming out today either. Okay, ELGP, Elate Group. What do they do? Best in moving class, another Canadian company. Looking like clients in the US and Canada, never mind. Okay. Whatever. Supposed to be opening up on the 10th. Nothing really opening up today though. No IPOs for today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This thing may actually play a range today, but I'm not trying to play with this thing. I don't really care on Monday morning. I can go ahead and do something else. But yeah. 1 minute candle. When was I using the bro? You know how long it's been since I used the 1 minute? I haven't used the 1 minute since like 20. Was it 2020? End of 2020? When I was like, man, this is stupid. I'm gonna start using something else. Yeah, I only use the lowest that I go is 15 minutes. That's it. Monthly, weekly, uh, daily, hour, and the 15 minute. I was using a 4 hour, but it's kind of it's just hard for me to read. I really can't. I don't know. I don't like looking at it. I just don't like looking at it. 1 minute, too many candles. Too many candles. Too much temptation. I seeing all those legs flop around. It's too much temptation. You know, I had to help myself by decreasing the amount of options there. All right, OGI, right around that 150 level. Will it pull a red to green move here? Going back green would be over the 152. 152 here. Right there. So we'll see, will it get absolutely destroyed at this 152 level? Trying to go back green. Anyway, that's pretty much the stream for today. I really don't like wasting a whole lot of time. If I don't see what I like, relatively quickly, or I'm just like, I can go and do something else. I don't like wasting all this time. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will be back on Wednesday and Friday. Uh, and if I take any trades on Tuesday or Thursday, I will hit y'all up in the Discord. But yeah, that is it for me today. I don't really like just watching these things range out, especially when they have really small range, like from the 146 back up here to the 150. It's just not exciting. Maybe it draws some people in, but I'm just tired. But anyway, that's it for me today. If you're gonna continue trading, definitely be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.